Hey everyone. In this video, I want to quickly show you how to use agents with ChatGPT. Now, these agents that we're going to configure are going to be using the LangChain library. So, LangChain is a library that allows you to manage language models, and it has libraries for ChatGPT. And so what we're going to be able to do here is we'll configure an agent to perform a certain task. Now, before we get into it, what is actually an agent? Okay, if we look at the text here on LangChain, agents is a language model used as a reasoning engine to determine which action to take and which action and in the order of which to take. So what that basically means is if you can imagine a block of code that does some kind of function, okay, maybe a block of code that reaches out to and gets the weather for you. Okay, with LangChain and with ChatGPT, what we can do is we can configure that code into what's known here as a tool, and that tool can be invoked inside of the chatbot based on the language that you give it, based on a prompt that you get it. So for example, I created a small little piece of Python code that will reach out and give me the weather. Okay, so I can just turn that into a tool as far as LangChain goes, and I can have that tool, be invoked, go out and reach and fetch the weather details for me by saying a certain keyword or so inside of the chatbot. And when I do that, it'll the response will get sent back to the language model. It'll get sent back to something like ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT would interpret it and give it back a human readable answer for us. So let me show you what that looks like. First, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to actually be using the agent to do. So I have these instances that are running here in my AWS account. I just wanted the chatbot to tell me how many instances are running. Okay, that's all. And so the way that we do this here is I've configured this chatbot to utilize the software development kit for AWS. Um, it's called BOTO3, and so I configured a small little application that's going to reach out to my AWS account, and it's just going to tell me how many of these instances are actually up and running. That's it. So yeah, I do have access keys showing here. I'll delete those, of course, before the video gets launched. But I just want to show you kind of how this actually works. So these are the main imports you need with LangChain. It's called Tool, Base Tool, the OpenAI client, and the chat OpenAI is a LangChain kind of interface that helps us create chatbots. This particular import here deals with the memory. So if this is a chatbot, we want to be able to hold all of the exchanges in that conversation. And then this last import here is a LangChain import. This is going to initialize the agent. So just kind of stepping through this code here, it's very simple. I'm just using BOTO3 here to access my account. That's what these access keys are. This is going into my account, and it's getting details related to those instances I just showed you. I only want the ones that are running. All right, and so this function is going to return. This is called a document, a dictionary, uh, with the region and the number of instances that are actually running. Okay, so when it comes to creating the agent, agents are created with this object called a tool. So with this tool, we basically define what it is, the name of the tool. More importantly, we define which function it'll use when it is invoked. So it's going to use this function here. So I tell it, I give it a specific keyword, and it's going to invoke this. So it's based off of this description also. So again, these are natural language models. So we just need a set of maybe declarative statements or instructions to tell the model when we should actually execute this. So this tool is going to kick off when it recognizes, hey, this tool is useful when I need to know the status of EC2 instances running in my AWS environment. The input should be at EC2. So that's just a way to actually trigger it. So input is we're talking about input to the function. So it's just kind of like a way to ensure, like a hook, to ensure that the model will run, or excuse me, the function will run. Okay. So we have this tool, so we can actually create a list of tools in this array here. So that's that's what this is. If I wanted to add more, I can add more. So what this chat OpenAI object is, so this is going to be the language model. So this is, this is reaching out to Chat GPT or OpenAI to give me access to this language model, which is this one right here, this GPT 3.5 here. I'm configuring the memory, so that's just how long of how many exchanges in memory we're going to keep in this chatbot, for your use case. And finally, I want to implement that. Um, I want to implement the agent here. So I want to, tie it all together. I want to give it a name. I want to say, use that particular tool. It's using OpenAI. It's going to be, verbose logging, and it's got memory configured. Okay, so this EC2 agent, this chat interface, I'm just asking how many EC2 instances are running. Okay, so let's see what the answer is. Okay, something's up with my. Let me get another terminal. Apologize about that. So it's done three agent. Okay, so it's gonna run. So it gives us this output. I have 5 instances running. It's gonna think about it. There are 5 EC2 instances running in this region. Let's go back and take a look. Yep, and there's 5. One, two. Oops, excuse me. Let me just actually sort these better. Okay, so I have one, two, three, one, two, three, 3 more. Sometimes there's actually, okay. There we go. One, two, three, four, 5. I just needed to refresh my browser. So hey, that's all I wanted to show you right now. Um, if you have any questions or you would like me to do like a longer demo, please let me know. Um, definitely thank you very much for your viewership. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And I'm always interested in knowing what you guys will want to see. You guys or girls will want to see, and we'll make sure we try to get that up and running for you. So thank y'all and have a great rest of your day.